8 Ways to Handle Office Politics Professionally. Have you ever noticed that work isn't just about doing your job well? It's also about working with different personalities, opinions, and sometimes conflict to get favorable results. That's what people mean when they talk about office politics. The subtle and sometimes not so subtle ways people compete for resources like power, money, or promotions in the workplace. Let's go through 10 professional ways to handle office politics. 1. Build relationships, not just alliances. A business is just a collection of people. So, a lot of your job may require you to build consensus among people to help get things done, and you may need different coalitions and associations to achieve different goals. So, build relationships outside your key or most comfortable alliances. You don't have to be best friends with everyone, but being polite and approachable goes a long way. Why talk to everyone? The perception of neutrality gives you safety and respect, and building strong relationships among a wide group helps reduce misunderstandings. They get to know you and your character instead of just hearing random things about you. 2. Be emotionally intelligent. Don't depend on just what people say or promise with words. People's words and actions don't always align. In fact, in business, words, especially jargon and buzzwords, are usually meant to conceal actions. Your political survival at work demands that you need to be able to read people, the room, and meeting dynamics. To do that, observe people's motives, tone, and behavior, and in general choose to act based on a person's actions and behaviors over their words. Words are what they want you to believe. Actions are what they really want to do. 3. Don't participate in gossip. If coworkers start talking about someone behind their back, don't join in. Someone who talks about them will likely turn around to talk about you and what you might have said about others. If you become associated with gossiping, it can damage trust people have in you and your reputation as someone to work with. What to do? Listen to gossip less. Speak even less about others. Your reputation is your identity and well as your power in the company. Protect it. 4. Document everything. Fame, blame, shame. People in your company will either try to grab one of those for themselves or push it to others to benefit themselves, sometimes taking credit for work you did, or trying to shift the blame to you for something they did. Workplaces run on storytelling. It's why co-workers may create or inflate a story that helps them, even at your expense. But nothing punctures an inflated story like documentation. So, document your meetings, decisions, instructions from your boss, and the success of your projects. Receipts protect your professionalism and keep your work wins yours. 5. Understand office power dynamics. There are 2 types of power in companies. Formal power, often designated by title, and there is informal power. Formal power is like the CEO. Their formal role gives them power to do a lot of things. But, for example, their assistant, who may not manage or control a staff, has a lot of informal power, too. This person can make decisions as what information to give the CEO or control any access to the CEO, a way that makes them powerful or, at least, a person you don't want to cross. Find out who really influences decisions. Know the true power players before you make any key moves. 6. Choose your battles wisely. Conflict is not a bad word in a company. Sometimes you do need to exert yourself assertively to protect yourself or a program that is important to you. However, not every issue needs or is worth confrontation. Either you become known for being overly confrontational and people don't want to deal with you, or your bigger goal or initiatives get bogged down in all the infighting. You don't want either of those. Instead, focus on the battles that are instrumental to fixing important problems, not just score little wins over insignificant issues. 7. Maintain professional boundaries. Your co-workers are not your friends or family. While cordial, they are still people competing with you to keep their jobs, feed their family, or move up in the company. And while they may not purposely try to trip you up, they probably don't mind receiving the benefits if you trip up yourself. Keep the mindset of a competing athlete. Be friendly, supportive, but not overly familiar. You respect their abilities, but you are focused on making yourself better. And by doing so, you know you'll beat others in the work race. 8. Focus on your work performance. Your work performance and results are the best shield in the workplace and workplace politics. You want others to see that you are so good you can't be ignored. So, make sure you are doing your job well. Consistent, reliable work builds credibility, and promote it. No one will communicate your strengths and project wins to build that reputation more than you will. So that's it. 8 ways to handle office politics professionally, written by a human, read by AI. If this content was helpful to you and want even more, hit that like and subscribe button and help us share it with others. Thank you for watching.